Yo, welcome to another episode of the EFL Fantasy Football Podcast. As you already know, I'm the motherfucking commissioner, BDE, stay in your lane, the black lung, like the glow, the warden, like the thing just goes on and on and on, yo. Hey, what's good, pal? How you doing, man? Yo, I, I think you still muted, bro. I mean, you should be, yo. Nah, saying you muted. You muting yourself? Oh, your mic isn't connected, it's saying. Hold on. Yo, try go exit out and coming back into the studio. Saying your mic isn't connected. Nah, get out of the studio and come back in. Yeah, saying your mic is not connected, bro. I don't know. But while you try to figure that out, since we missed an episode last week, um, when we tried doing it last Saturday, it said servers were down or whatnot. We're gonna go over a quick little recap of last week's wins and losses. We're not gonna get into details to give you the total. Uh, Your man Jeff beat me 132.95 to 112.10. So Jeff takes that dub. We split this season 1-1. Matchup number two, we got Alex destroying Chris 142.75 to 80.20. Like we were saying all year, man. Alex just came and just took over this damn league. I think this is his. He's the captain now. Point blank. Then we got Kevin on a three-game winning streak, beating Travis 119.40 to 114.50. It had put Kevin right in the playoff contentions before week 13. But no spoiler alert. I got my payback against Kevin. That's all I need to say. Then we got Big Drew destroying Eddie 170.70 to 113.35. Uh, and this has been a fun year, a competitive year, man. Then we got Jalen beating Comrade 120 even to 111.95. Like you said, scratching and clawing. That was definitely Jalen's name, and then he's right there in the playoff spot. I think right now he's in the seventh spot. The chance he might get eliminated, chance he might not. Who knows? Then we got the last game of last week's. We got Brian beating Patrick 117.25 to 105.50. I don't know what's going on, but is this guy back in? Let's see. Let's see. He's buffering. That's that Atlanta connection.
I'm back.
Yeah, you back. All right.
All right,
Perfect.
back.
All right. So
I had
I
to
just went over last week's since we couldn't do an episode last week, just give a little rundown of who won what and stuff like that. We're not getting into details. I'm not going over who scored what, the Cleo times and none of that for last week. 2 weeks ago. But now let's go over last week. Pat, you've kind of been in a slump lately, man. Like, can you speak on to the people about that?
It's your fucking fault. I
I
blame you.
don't know. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. All season, you've been a fucking thorn to my side. You've taken people from me from free agency. You vetoed my trades. You don't veto several
Wait,
trades of
hold
mine.
on, hold on. You
Hold
said
on, now.
trades. Trades is plural.
I'm not done. I'm not finished.
I'm saying trades is plural.
Trades with the S at the end.
What other trade got vetoed?
Like the snake that you was this year in fantasy football. You ain't never been a snake in your life, and
What?
all of a sudden
Hold on,
you
hold on,
start
hold on. What
slither
other
on it.
what other trade got vetoed?
My nigga, there was several trades. I'm not even trying to go back
No,
on the.
only one. Only that BS with you and Eddie's the only one that got vetoed.
Nah, there was another one. There was another.
Nah.
Oh, it wasn't that you didn't veto that you didn't veto more trades. You vetoed my trade and then let other outlandish trades go through. That's
Okay.
what you.
Just the hold on. The outlandish.
And then you wish injury on my players, and all of a sudden, I have injuries for my players.
I never no. I never wished injuries. What I said was you won.
We can go back and we can check this out.
Listen, all I said was you're 1 or 2 injuries away from dropping. That's what I said.
What happened once I got them 1 or 2 injuries? I dropped.
Yeah, because that's how your team wasn't built with depth. And I've been saying it all year.
You're a witch.
So now I'm the wicked witch of the West. That's what you're saying?
That's a new name for you.
Hold on. I might as well just add that, as my team thing this week, the wicked witch of the West.
The witch of the West.
Come
the
on,
witch
that's crazy, yo.
To the East.
But other than that, you've been kind of struggling with fantasy the last couple of weeks. Your Giants is on a 2-game losing streak. No, 3-game, right?
Nah, we tied.
Oh, yeah, I did tie. My fault. Like, it's not football's not looking too good for you right now, man.
It's not, and that's why I'm kind of focusing on basketball now.
All right, well, we're gonna let the viewers know your man Travis putting that work in at wherever he work at. Trying to be a successful man in this life, trying to provide for him and his family. So I can't blame him for missing his podcast.
Why are you lying to the people? Everyone, Travis is at home eating ass and licking toes.
This guy's wow.
There's something these two guys have in common, and it's very plausible that y'all might not see the dynamic duo of potato salad for the rest of the season.
It was brought to my attention that Travis misses the podcast every time he loses. Yeah, I'm not. It's been brought in. I went back. And every time Travis he had to do what was it? Boy Scouts, or he had to work, or he had all those weeks he lost. Remember, he didn't face Conrad when we had Conrad as a guest. He was scared of Conrad.
You right.
Matter of fact,
right.
I didn't notice that until somebody brought it up, and whoever brought it up, I'm not gonna say your name, Alex. But
hey man, Alex be doing his homework on the low.
Yo, Alex is like, I don't know why he's not a scout for an NFL team, man. But
I don't know why.
Yo, before we get into this week's matchups, man, from number 6 down to number 12, before this week was over, was all fighting for playoff spot. 6 to 12 was all in playoff contention. Unfortunately, a little spoiler alert, Brian and Kevin officially got eliminated from playoff contentions with the loss this past week. So they will be playing in the Sacco Bowl, the Sacco tournament, to make sure they're not kissing the sack at the end of the season. But still, from 6 to 10 is all still fighting in the playoff spot. And I'm gonna get through the playoff scenarios. I kind of broke it down yesterday, sent it to everybody in the chat so they can check it out. But I'll let everybody know just in case my boy Jebediah want to tune in. Pat,
Jeb.
Before we do it, if you can just on your phone, just let everybody know we live, because right now we 10 minutes in, we got no fucking viewers. I'm about to turn this shit off, bro.
Yo, word. We can focus on this
I have more time schmeating my schmeat. You feel me?
Oh man, here you go again with the nonsense.
Caleb just looked at me with the Rock's eyebrow, like, huh?
Oh, Caleb, be going in.
He down here in my little studio playing Gears, man. I just told him be quiet.
He playing Gears. That's a horrible ass game.
Yo, ooh, Caleb, you heard that? You want to say something?
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, we gonna teach you like that, boy.
We're gonna go right into the first matchup of last week, Pat. If you want, if you would do the honors and take away the Chris versus Conrad matchup of the week.
All right. We got Chris versus Conrad. Let me go to their matchup real quick. We going last week, right?
Yep, last week.
No, I don't want to recap my game. All right, so we have Chris with the loss. We had Patty Mahomes with 22.5. We had Alvin Kamara with another horrible showing at 5.7 points. Damian Pierce, your boy, he's been consistent, 12.5. McLaren, your boy had 24.5. Greg Wilson with 24.20. Your man Robert Tanya with 2 points, 2 measly points. You know, my man Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. My bad. He's been complaining Brett Favre. I meant Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry.
Brett Favre hasn't been the same since he got caught in with that welfare scandal.
Man, yo, all right, we'll talk about this in a moment, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Then we have Latavius Murray. He gave your boy a measly 12-9. No, I'm sorry, 10-10. I'm sorry, 10-10. Zerline, right? Zerline with 18 points, kicking the fucking balls out of that shit. Kicking the balls out with 18 points. And then the Jets defense with 2 points. A disappointing 2 points by the Jets defense. This is not what we used to seeing from them.
You know what? They played Minnesota last week, and obviously we know Minnesota is a high scoring offense. So and that game came down to the wire. But
that was a great game.
Before you go to Comrade's team, right? I just want to say I needed Chris to lose, right? And we were in Monday night, and Comrade was only up 11 points. And me and Comrade was talking, and we were texting like, "Yo, you got to pull this one out." You know, he needed to hold Alvin Kamara to under 11.25 points on Monday night, and thank God Kamara only got 5.7. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, baby Jesus.
Man, fuck that.
Thank you. But we're gonna go over the Comrade side now.
Conrad, my man, my man Derek Carr. I know Trav hate him, but I love him. Come to the Giants, my boy. He gave him 22-5. Dalvin Cook, another great game with 16-3. Austin Eckler, surprising 13 points. Surprising 13 points. And mind you, that's not even bad. 13 points is what people wish for every week.
Surprising though. He's been killing all year.
Exactly.
Oh, so you meant surprising in a bad way. Okay.
Yeah, surprising in a bad way. Your man been averaging 20 plus points.
I thought you meant surprising, like, oh, he gave you 13. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. Surprisingly that he scored 13, but for other people, they would have took the 13 because a lot of us needed. I needed the 13. Eventually, apparently,
the 13.
A few of us needed 13. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, a few of us, not us. As y'all can see, it's Eagle Green on the chat. So y'all already know who had the highest scoring team in the league last year. Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. At wide receiver 1, he had DeAndre Carter with 2.4 points. DJ, no calves. My bad. I'm thinking Conrad. DJ Metcalf with 26.7. At his starting tight end, he had Evan Ingram with 14 points even. Glenn Davis with 9.5 at his flex. Nick Folk at not Nick Folk.
Hold on. You just, I don't mean to cut you off, but you just fucked me up. You said Glenn Davis, and I thought about Big Baby.
I mean Gabe Davis. God damn, man.
I'm like big.
I told you.
I'm Big Baby.
What Jalen said, I done checked out. I checked out.
I checked out. I took the drive and I checked out.
I checked out mentally. I'm on NBA status. I mean Gabe Davis. I'm sorry, y'all had flex. Gabe Davis, and then them fucking Cowgirls gave this man 20 points.
Yo, who they played? Oh, you guys right now. Who played us last week?
They played us. They played us.
Who the hell they played?
They played Indianapolis.
Oh, come on. That was a given, man.
They smacked Indy.
They put up 50 points on them, right?
They put up 54.
Yo,
That's how much LeBron. That's how much LeBron put up on the Knicks the first time he played at MSG. I was there that game.
in fucking sane, man. But
Crazy, crazy work.
shout out to your boy Comrade for holding it down against Chris to L because I need Chris to lose, man. Yo, put it like this, man. I'm in the playoff. I control my own fate. If I win, I'm in. That's it. There's no other way to put it. If I win, I'm in. That's it, man.
That's all it was. What?
It's like, haha, not gonna say your name, Alex. Damn. It just slipped out. I didn't mean to upset the Asian persuasion, man.
The Asian persuasion.
The Asian sensation this year.
It is confirmed, y'all. It is confirmed. Juntao will be in Rush Hour 4.
Did they really confirm that?
Nah, they really confirmed that Rush Hour 4 is coming out. Now I don't know if Juntao is gonna come back from the dead because he did get shot with the Mac 11. But Alex is hit, so I don't understand.
Hey, if anybody can take his spot, is Alex.
It's Alex, you know it.
But speaking about Alex, you're about to go over his matchup with Jalen. So shout out Conrad for being Chris, and shout out Alex for beating Jalen. Like you guys, I owe you guys. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I could probably give Conrad a couple slices of watermelon and Alex like an egg roll or two. I think that would kind of balance out.
Now I'm not gonna lie. My playoff contentions didn't boil on Jalen losing, but I'm happy he lost.
Well, as always, we go over the loser side. So Jalen got smoked 145-55 to 83-50, man. Jalen started your boy Jimmy G at quarterback who got injured and is out for the rest of the regular season, they're saying. Gave Jalen 1.8 points. I'm not too sad about that, straight up. I'm happy. Your boy Miles Sanders, who was traded to Jeff, who was then traded to Patrick, who was then traded to Jalen right before the deadline. Give Jalen 1180. Your boy Travis Etienne that he traded to Alex and then got back from Alex, which that like that's the trade everybody talking about to this day. To this day. Travis Etienne 7.6 points. Then you made Jamar Chase 16.7 his first game back, which thank you, Jamar, because now Joe Burrow's gonna lead me to victory this week. I'm telling you. Probably rookie of the year, man. Chris Olave, 1050, man, balling out. And this is with struggling quarterback play in New Orleans. Imagine if they get a quarterback, how good this kid could be.
Hey, Derek Carr's gonna be out there next season.
Dalton Schultz with 5.3. Bam McKnight. Jalen was on those waiver wires heavy. As soon as they announced that Michael Carter was out, your man snatched up Bam McKnight, had him in his flex with 16.8 points. Jason Myers with 9 points, and the Patriots defense with 4. Patriots defense has been kind of, I'm not saying they slow, the only reason why Jalen's been winning lately, but they're a big part. Like, Patriots defense has been carrying Jalen in some games this year. So, shout out Jalen for sticking with them. Just didn't happen this week.
Now, you know what's crazy? Your man Jalen hits free agency faster than he eats them donuts he be snatching up. He be guzzling the donuts, boy. But the way he hit free agency to pick up Mr. Knight, Mr. Bobby Knight.
You man said, damn, an egg-roll, that's racist as fuck, but I just gotta turn that down. Listen, it ain't racist. You're not Chinese. You from the Philippines. Filipinos eat egg rolls?
I don't know.
I never had Filipino food, so I don't know. But I know them kids do come in a sweet and sour combination, my guy.
The way Jordan Clarkson was squaring up the other day, it looks like he's full of fucking egg rolls. Yo,
speaking about Jordan, your man Pacquiao said he sees potential. Your man tweeted out a picture of Clarkson squaring up saying, I see potential, yo. Pacquiao's crazy, man. Pacquiao's wild. But now to the Pacquiao of the league, we got Alex, who, again, thank you, Alex. I appreciate you, man. Nobody appreciates you more than this guy right here. Alex, like I said, your man changed his team name once again. This is for like the 17th 18th time this week to game over with a picture of Little Flip, yo. That is wild to me.
Let me
Like a
see. Let me
little
see.
flip. We got a
Let
Little
me see.
Flip reference in 2022.
Let me see if I can show the viewers.
Yo, game over. Flip, flip, flip. We got a Little Flip reference in 2022, man. This is fucking great.
You got to give people their roses while they still here.
So your man started freshly back into the starting lineup in Cleveland, right off of the 32 different masseuses that he was messing with in the off season. Your man got the oil and the booty hole all tickled up. That's on you, Deshaun. I ain't gonna knock it, bro. Like that's what you like. That's what you like. But just keep it to like 2 or 3. There's no need for you to go to 32.
Yo,
But
Deshaun, he's only saying that because he's part of the same crew.
okay, Deshaun Watson put up 5.65 points in his first game back against Houston, which I thought he was going to torch Houston. What's up?
Yo, did you hear what happened?
What?
18 of the women showed up to the game.
Nah.
They bought sideline tickets to the Cleveland side. So he won't forget the victims. So he won't forget victims. That is crazy.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
all I know is you know he had a happy ending at the end of that game. So
hey,
your man Deshaun Watson with 5.65 points. Then your boy Christian McCaffrey with 28.6 points. The only player Alex drafted and hasn't traded. The only one that survived the wrath of Alex, man. That's the Majin P. Ryan, who I traded to him because I really didn't need him. I just picked him up to fuck Jalen over when Joe Mixon was out with the concussion. 21.50. Tyreek Hill, 29.6. T. Higgins with 12.5. Mark Andrews with 9.4. Obviously, his production kind of all hinders on what the Ravens do, and Ravens didn't have that good of a week last week.
Can you move on? Move on.
Chris Godwin, 14.3. Robbie fucking 24 karat gold with 18 even. And the Saints defense was 6 points, man. Like
kickers put up a lot of points last week.
They fucking sure did. Sure did. But another one who I didn't need to lose, but I'm glad that they did lose. Take it away, yo. Shout outs, Conrad, shout outs Alex, and shout out Jeff for being Trav, man.
Trav, my man's potato head himself. Why is not? All right, there you go. Oh, my bad. Hold up.
I don't know, it's like a little late or something.
Yeah, my shit tweaking. All right, there we go. He had, all right. I'm not, his team name is Wild Paws.
Stop the beef?
Stop the beef, no pause. It's crazy.
The picture's even funnier, though.
Yeah, the picture's hilarious. He got to change that.
That's when you and Jalen was a little, yeah, y'all was going at it for a couple days.
That was Jalen's fault. He disrespectful. But let's get back to this, man. Geno Smith with 28.6. I'm mad he ain't trade him back to me. I should have kept his ass, but I needed to make the trade. Aaron Jones with 10 points even. You had Nick Chubbs at running back number 2 with just 8 measly points. At receiver number 1, he had Adam Thielen with 4.7. Then we had not Jason, not Jason, Jalen Waddle with 1.9 points, which is scary because that's unheard of from the guy.
That is.
Hawkinson with 7.3. Najee Harris at his flex with 10.2. Then you had Carlson with 7.5 at his kicker, and the Commanders defense with a smooth 8.
You gotta give in. Trevor, I got a question for you.
I don't have no beef. I don't eat beef. Beef is not in my repertoire.
As you shove down a cheeseburger challenge this offseason for the draft position.
First of all, we had to do that for draft orders. All right?
What you man says? You should have kept his ass. Pause. Come on. Yo. Everything is a pause with you. You guys are so immature.
This nigga's so. Gay.
What's
Now
good?
let's go. My boy Jeff putting up a smooth 147.5.
Smooth, yo.
Their quarterback with 41-2. Kenny Walker, surprisingly, 3.6. Not his regular average. Mr. Robinson, B. Rob from Washington at his number 2 running back with 12-10. Then you had AJ Brown with 31-9. Your
Yo.
Eagles, man.
AJ single-handedly got the Titans GM fired last week.
Single-handedly.
Your man's going out of control, man.
Amon-Ra St. Brown with 34-6. I should have kept him. Damn, I should have kept him. Who else? We had, at his tight end, he had Greg Dolchich with 14.5. Michael Pittman with 3.6. He went empty at kicker and still kicked Travis's ass.
Yo, the disrespect when Alex and Jeff do that, that's just a straight sign of disrespect, man.
Yeah, they clearly don't care about nobody's well-being.
You wasn't really stuck in traffic. You were stuck in a McDonald's drive-thru.
I still made it to the podcast.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
That you're commentating. You're supposed to be here.
That's why, yeah, Travis, stop in, yo. Say what's up to the viewers, yo. Poke your little head in here, man.
The week that you got blown the fuck out, and
Yo,
then he had the Bills defense for 6 points.
As the anonymous tip said, Travis missed the pod when he loses. That's, hey, I'm gonna have to look into that.
We got
Obviously,
we got the next matchup at Eddie versus Brian. Go ahead, do your thing, take it away.
So Brian, with this loss, officially is eliminated from playoff contention. As we mentioned, he drafted third. Obviously, his first pick we already know was Josh Allen, putting up 21-15. They made his first trade in EFL history earlier in the year. Got Zeke. Zeke gave him 18-10. Jamal Williams gave him 9.5. Jamal Williams has been balling out of control. He's a TD vulture for the Lions. Then Mike Evans, who's having a disappointing year so far, man, 9.9 points. Deebo Samuel with 12-3. Donut from Mike Gesicki and his tight end position. Josh Palmer, wide receiver from the Chargers, and his flex with 13 even. Big trust Justin Tucker, the best kicker in the league by far with 3 points. And the Chiefs defense with 1, giving Brian a measly 87.95 points on the week, man. But Eddie was no better. He just beat Brian by like 7 points. You know what I mean? So Eddie started the white Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins with 13.55. David Montgomery, who I shipped out after week 1, was 16.7. Devin Singletary with 11.1. Juju Smith-Schuster with 6.5. CeeDee Lamb with 20.4. Hayden Hurst got injured. I'm not sure what was the injury or what happened with him, but gave Eddie 3.2. Brandon Ayuk and his flex with 9.6. Tyler Bass with 7, and the Ravens defense with 1, giving Eddie a total of 94.05. This was probably the lowest scoring game of the week so far. 2 struggling offenses competing. What do you expect? I'm surprised they even got in the high 80s, early 90s, to be honest, man. Low 90s. I thought this was going to be like a 60 to 70 type of game.
I thought so too.
But it is what it is. Brian, this was a rough year for you, man. Better luck next year. Just know, and this is why I do the the golden sack. Not the person who finishes in last place at the regular season, but the person who loses in the loser bracket. For the reason is, Brian, even though he's not going to finish 12th, he still has the chance of getting the golden sack if he doesn't pay attention and set his lineup. So it gives people a reason to check their fantasy week 15, 16, and 17, and even still in the loser bracket. I'm sorry, week 16 and 17 in the loser bracket. They all get a week 15 bye. Give them something to play for, something to hey, I got set my lineup. I'm not trying to get the golden sack. It still gives them something to play for.
They have something not to play for because nobody wants that Sacco.
Jalen's trying to. Lucky for Jalen, he can't repeat. He cannot repeat. What he might be able. I don't know, man. The playoff scenario is crazy, yo.
We going through that today. We going over the playoff scenario, y'all.
We definitely are, man. The playoff scenario is wild. This is the tightest playoff race we've ever had. It's tighter than Chris in a onesie, bro. Like, this shit is wild right now.
You and Travis wearing a hat.
That's wild, man. But we're gonna go over. You can take over your matchup. I know you're not too proud, so if you want to skim through it, I'll let you skim through it.
I'm not Travis, man. I'll finish everything I start.
Right? Oh, hold on. Say that again, and look directly into the camera when you say that.
I finish everything I start, my boy.
Because you're not who?
Because I'm not Potato, Mr. Potato himself, Trav. You feel me? Yo, Trav, I hope you don't make the playoffs neither. But it's only one of y'all that can't make it out of the 4 people that's in that situation. You're lucky.
It's crazy, bro.
Ridiculous. All right, let's go over. All right, y'all. I had 111.85. That's what I ended up with. I was predicted to have 127.27. But if y'all been following along, y'all know that my quarterback got hurt. It was bad from there. It went bad from there. Lamar Jackson with negative 0.55 points. I hope he comes back stronger than ever. I feel for you, my boy. You done held me down all season. But I'm sorry for you. Leonard Fournette, who I traded for, gave me 14.10. My boy Saquon Barkley with 19.10. Amari Cooper, he's been having an up and down season all season, man. Up and down all season, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, Alex. If you're thinking about, I can't control what you're thinking about, so I'm gonna have to start questioning you, man.
Wherever your mind goes, your mind goes.
Hey, listen, this is strike 2. First was the cheerleader outfit where I still got the picture of him holding up the double D's. Now he's visually thinking about somebody in a onesie, probably with the flap on the ass pulled down. I don't know, man.
With the bunny ears.
Got the one flap out. You see one cheek. Just chill, Alex.
This is bad. Amari Cooper with 8 points, man. Deshaun Watson, this is your fault. Stephon Diggs with 22.2. My man Fairmouth with 10.6. My man Christian Watson, man, balling since I got him. I've been trying to get him all season, and I finally got him with 24.4. Then Elias Suck Up at Work gave me 4 points, and my Giants defense gave me 10.
Yo, you start with Cheney Hamilton, man. You can't get mad at that.
Man, I'm disappointed, but I'm not mad in a sense because everybody pretty much balled out. Amari Cooper tried his best. But Deshaun, of course, was worried about the 18 victims he had in the stands, whether they're worried about scoring fucking touchdowns.
Speaking about that, right? Hold on, I just popped into my head. Brian sent us a picture of him dressed up like R. Kelly. Was that true?
That picture, yes, it is true. And it came, and he decided that after he found out those 18 women bought those 18 seats.
Yo, Deshaun Watson is officially a fucking sicko. Let me tell you, bro.
Hey! You gonna listen to the new R. Kelly album he just dropped?
I don't have a problem with R. Kelly.
Yo, you want to know the name of the album? I admit it.
Hey. See, each his own.
Yo, you got to look at the first 3 tracks. The first track is Air It Out. The third one is I Love You, and the second one I think is Don't Move. Bro. Those 3 titles is Don't Play. The second title is Don't Play. But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about Drew and his onesie. Drew dropped 120 points on me, y'all. 85. I literally lost by 9 points, man. The 9 points that Lamar would have definitely got me, for sure. You get what I'm
That
saying?
injury
But
Lamar fucked you up, bro.
crazy. And I made a mistake, y'all. I went to go switch my quarterbacks at 12:59, and it would not let me. I don't know what was going on. I'm not saying that's the reason I lost, but that's the fucking reason I lost. I tried. But
Yo, come on, I thought I
Drew,
was
like I
over
said,
the black lung.
what?
I thought I was over the black lung. I admit it,
Nah,
it's
you ain't.
crazier than if I did it. Um, nah, I think that if I did it is more like OJ Wild for that one.
OJ Wild for that, but I think I admit it is like, because he cried during the interview. He cried over the interview. But your man had two at quarterback with 1775. Josh Jacobs balling out all season with 21 even. James Robinson at his running back number 2 gave him 1 point. Tyler Lockett, man, that man balled out 27.8. If he would have just got his average of 16 points per game, I would have been straight. Justin Jefferson, your man, another one, 18.6. Then he had Travis Kelce at 7.6. Zay Jones with a surprising 3 points. He's normally averaging around 11, 12 points. I tried to trade for him, didn't work out. Mr. Maher with 5.5 at his kicker, and the 49ers defense. They could have just averaged their regular 7 points. Nah, they decided to go for 18 on your boy.
Your man Brian as well. You mentioned who's listening to the new R. Kelly.
Your boy, I'm listening. I'm listening, ladies. I'm listening to R. Kelly to figure out what he's talking about for your sake. Not because I'm a fan of his music, not his personal.
Where do you went from being a top team in the league to where you at now? You're in the 5th spot. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel good because honestly, it was me tinkering with my lineup that screwed me over. Trying to keep people consistent. Like once my bye weeks began, my major bye weeks began, and people started getting hurt, some people was just inconsistent for me. Like I could have put in Antonio Gibson for 3 of those games and I could have won.
Okay.
And I've been trying to trade this man away because I don't trust him. He showed me I have to trust him, and I trust him now. But I ended up with Leonard.
Hey, Leonard Fournette is not a bad pick, man. But just a little off topic. Brian, if you're still watching, Tribe, if you're still watching, obviously, Pat, you here right now. Do you remember that MVP year, Cam's MVP year, that Happy was in the league and he benched Cam? And we asked him why he benched him, and he said, "Oh, I'm saving him for the playoffs."
We doing shot rules.
What happened?
That was the same day we was in the house doing shot strews, right?
I don't know. It could have been. It might not have been. All I remember, he started camp all year long, and he took him out like the last game of the season. I think in the playoffs. It was the playoff game too. I'm like, yo, why do you take him out? Like, I'm resting him for the playoffs. Like, what?
The playoffs is this week. We like the playoffs is this week. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. Hap is unorthodox. We gotta give it to him. He unorthodox.
Brian said, "Yeah, I remember." Same in camp for the playoffs as well. But hold on, let me come close, man, because I need y'all. I'm gonna look right here the whole time I'm going over my lineup. You feel me? Like I'm right here with it. Like what's up? So we got your boy beat Kevin 156.60 to 94.75. And no, I'm not a man of fucking honor. No, I didn't tell Kevin to change his lineup that D Hop was on a bye. Fuck that. I needed to win, and I got the fucking win because that's what I do, man. So Kevin, your man, started Justin Herbert, right? 16.45. Trash. Justin Herbert, come on, man. High hopes for you. Your man Tony Pollard, who I traded to Tony Pollard, who I traded away to Kevin. You see this, Kevin? I'm looking right through your soul, motherfucker. If you're watching, but you never watch. 24.6 points from Tony Pollard. Jonathan Taylor, who's been a bust at the early part of the season, but has been coming along 13-30. Like I said, D-Hop was on the bye. I ain't telling him about my fault. Your man 21, he a grown-ass man. He shouldn't know what he's doing. Not my issue. On the bye. Drake London, 15.5, solid rookie performance with no quarterback because Marcus Mariota ain't it. They starting Desmond Ridder this week. You know, it is what it is. Atlanta falling apart. Tyler Conklin, 2.9 points. You know, your man looked like me when I had hair, so he, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. Deontay Johnson, 11 points. Mason Crosby with 7 and the Steelers defense with 4. Your man finally listened and took the Dolphins defense out, but he only got 4 points from the fucking Steelers. Come on, Kevin, this is terrible, man. Hopefully when you graduate next year, you play, you're more focused, because this year you fucking ass, bro. And that's your cousin. That's your cousin's fault for having the wedding the same day at the draft day. And you went to your cousin's wedding over the draft? Come on, Kevin, you know better. Your cousin owe you $100.
200.
Now we're going to go over my side. You see this? You see? Come on. Joey B with 35.9 points, man. Derrick Henry played the Eagles defense. I actually got scared. He only put up 5.8, but you know what? Fuck that. We shut that defense down because that's what the Eagles do. Then your man Ramondre Stevenson, who I got it from Jeff after you traded him to Jeff, 12.8 points. Devontae Adams, shout out Derek Carr only throwing it to Devontae Adams last week, 37.7 points. You feel me? Christian Kirk, 16.4. Holla at your boy, Christian Kirk. You've been killing it all year. George Kittle eating nothing but Skittles with only 4.2. Keenan Allen put him in my flex, finally balling out after he had a torn hammy for almost the whole fucking year, but he's been back. Shout out to Keenan Allen, 20.8. Alex and my kicker, kicking the long field goals. Young Wade Cool with 13. Even the Eagles defense was 10. Started with 10, ended with 10. That's what a real team does. You feel me? Let me sit back down now.
You got to do the. You remember the guy from the slap weight? Slap chop. That's what you sound like. This commercial guy, the ShamWow guy.
Yo, put it like this, man. I was talking so much that I forgot to even put my roster up there. And I'm gonna let people look up the best roster in the league. Obviously, it's green because I said the highest scoring team in the league, and I'm officially proud to say this: the highest scoring team in the EFL, the highest. And I'm out the playoffs. This is some bullshit. Some bullshit. The highest team, the highest scoring team, and the most points given up scored on. Yo, if you ain't first, you're last, right?
You're right.
But
you're right.
We're gonna.
This is bullshit.
Hold on, let me catch my breath a little bit because I got a little worked up over there. You feel me? But we're gonna go over the playoff, how close the playoffs race has been. All right. So right now, let me look into this so I can just make sure.
Since we just did the points, let's go over ballers to the bench.
Hold on. I just want to let everybody know how.
I would say that should be last.
All right. So, ballers on the bench this week, right? Obviously, we didn't do it last week. But just a little heads up, Brian was a baller on the bench last week, and Patrick was a baller on the bench last week. Now this week, again, we got, why is it not working? Hold on. We got ballers on the bench. We're going to start off with Patrick, who's a 2-time member on ballers on the bench. Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you, this bench is fucking heavy. Like, this shit is about to snap with all the people that's been on it this year, man. But we got Pat, who's a 2-time baller on the bench. And this is the reason why he's a baller on the bench. You mentioned it. Your man Lamar Jackson got injured. Negative 0.55 points on the game before the injury. But he's not the only reason you were a baller on the bench. You lost by 9, right? So if you would have started Trevor Lawrence, like you said, at 12:59, it wasn't working out for you or whatever the case may be. But if you would have started Trevor, Sunshine, he would have gave you 18.15, which that would have been an additional 17.6 points to your lineup. But that's not it, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at you. I would have never benched Amari Cooper for Darius Slayton. Never in my life I would do that shit. First of all, never in my life Darius Slayton will be on my fucking team because he's a Giant. But that's not the question. That's not the issue here.
Don't disrespect my Giants.
That's not the issue. The issue is your man gave you 15 points on your bench to 8 points that Amari gave you in your lineup, right? So if you plug in that extra 17.6 from Trevor and the extra 7 you would have got from Darius Slayton, your new point total for the week would have been 136.45, and you would have beaten Drew by 15.6 points last week. That gotta hurt, man.
Yo, it does. It does. And I'm a Amari Cooper, I thought about it. Right?
Yeah.
I thought about it as well, but I'm like, all right, Deshaun Jackson is going back to Houston. I expect him to ball out.
Commissioner, you're gonna scare the kids.
Yeah, like I intended with Deshaun Jackson balling out, but I should have known. I should have known better, knowing that those 18 women were sitting there with the mud flaps open while he was on the field.
Look,
That threw him.
I personally thought your man was gonna come back from this 12-game suspension or whatever it was, and I thought against Houston, what a perfect team. One, that's his old team. Two, Houston is straight ash this year. I thought he was gonna go out and destroy these. I swear to God. Actually, he was one of my Cleo Time picks for the reason, and we'll go over that when we get to Cleo Time. But it didn't work out that way. It just didn't happen, man. You know what? I think everybody's been a baller on the bench this year, except Alex, because the games he did lose, he didn't have anybody on the bench that he could have subbed in, put. But for the first time ever, since we've been doing baller on the bench for two seasons now, we got our first 5-time. We got what Booker T used to do? We got our first 5-time baller on the fucking bench. Brian, shout out. You're the first. I'm going to get you a plaque, Brian. I'm going to buy you a golden little bench so you can put in your room. And because to be a baller on the bench for 5 times this year is fucking wild to me. It is what it is. But go ahead.
Nah, we should be able to find a little bench. I'll find one.
The reason Brian's a baller on the bench, and I feel your pain, Brian, because we just spoke about Jamal Williams is leading the league in rushing touchdown. Why would you sit the guy that's leading the league in rushing touchdown? But your man didn't do shit last week for you, right? Your man Jamal Williams put up 9.5 points, man. 9.5 points in your lineup. That is fucked up. That is terrible. At least you own it, Brian. At least you own it.
Me and Brian spoke about it, and I told him to start AJ. I told him to.
But the thing is, AJ Dillon hasn't been doing shit for Brian either.
Yo, look, that's a real taco thing to say. 5 times, baby.
So your man left AJ Dillon on his bench, who finally decided to show up this past week, putting up 20.9 points against the Bears. I think they played. That would have given Brian an extra 11.4 points to his lineup, which would have gave his new point total to 99.35, and he would have beaten Eddie only by 5.3, man. But those are the week 13 ballers on the bench. Like I said, we're gonna have to invest in a new bench because this shit's about to snap pretty fucking soon, man. It's like no question. Oh, hold on, we gotta let's do this. I forgot to take that off. So now we got Cleo Time. Obviously, Travis is not here, but he's gonna send me his Cleo Time before Sunday's games. Just to let the public know, your man is leading Cleo Times 13-10, right? Your man last week, Trav went 0-3 on his Cleo Times. He said, excuse me, he'll be the highest scoring team last week. Come on, Trav. Why would he even say that, right? Then he said
he hasn't been the highest scoring team
all season. So I don't know why he keeps going with that shit, right?
He's wishing.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see how many times he's tried that Cleo Time. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on. So that's 1.
It's been about 4 times.
Hold on, 2, three, three, four, four times exactly. He's been trying to. He's the highest scoring team of the week, right? So he got a loss for that one. He said Jamar Chase will give Jalen 10 points or less. Got
Why
Jamar
would you
Chase
do
gave
that?
him. Yo, come I don't. Jamar Chase gave him 16. And then he said the third Cleo time was Deshaun Watson would throw 2 interceptions last week. He threw one, so your man got an X for that one. Finished the week 0-3, and like I said, he has 10 crystal balls. Now to the person who's gonna name your team again, Trav, just know I'm not going so light this year. Just know it's over. You,
Can you text me the name later?
huh?
Can you text me the name later?
I don't know yet. I already said it once in the pod. It might be something like move to the south with a dick in my mouth, but that's just an option. I'm not too sure if that's what I'm rocking with for him. You feel me? But I went 1-2 last week. Like I said, I got 13
Why
crystal
are you
balls.
comfortable saying that?
What happened?
How are you comfortable even uttering that out? That
Because
shit was
that's gonna be his team name, not mine. You feel me?
yo, that is wild. Oh,
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crop a picture of his face and put it on the mouth from the south, Jimmy Hart's body. I swear to God, that's gonna be his team logo next year. If I go that route. I don't know yet. I got time to think.
that
Um
is insane. But oh man, keep
but
going.
I
Keep going.
went 1-2 last week. I said Brian was gonna be a baller on the bench. He was. I said Conrad was going to beat Chris by 10 points or more. He beat Chris, but not by 10. And then I said Deshaun Watson will have over 30 points. Like I said, I was a strong believer in Deshaun Watson last week. I thought he was going to ball out. Obviously, I picked him in the Cleo time for a reason. He did not work out. Your man only gave Alex 5 points and screwed me up for a Cleo time. Now, this week's Cleo time, for me at least, I'll give you guys mine because I already have them written down, and then I'll just wait for Travis to send me his. Let me go down to week 14. Number one, George Kittle, highest scoring tight end of the week.
That's a stretch. Okay, that's a difficult one.
All right. I'm tired of Travis saying I don't do bitch picks, man. Right. Then second Cleo time is another one. Hear me out.
Okay.
Jeff will get upset by Kevin.
Okay. Well,
I'm, I'm,
yeah. Okay. I see it. I see
I'm
it.
going balls deep. You feel me?
Wow.
And then the final Cleo time, I will officially be in the playoffs next week. I will make the fucking playoffs. For somebody who had, I'm gonna look right at the camera again. One win, one win until like week 7. I'm making the playoffs.
Listen, y'all. That is probably the toughest Cleo time he's done all season because of this playoff situation. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. It's a goodie. It's a soap opera.
We're gonna talk about it right now. You want to go over protect your neck first, or can we get right into the playoff scenarios?
Nah. Let's get into that has to be the last thing. We have to finish this podcast with that. That has to be the last thing.
All right, so we're
Now,
gonna have since this is your part, I'll scoot you over here, let you take over the big board. You feel me? What you want to start with?
I wanna start with an apology because protect your neck is not going to be as profound as every week because I'm not taking off the hoodie today. I look crazy, so bear with me on this one, all right?
Yo,
But
hold on, you can still hit your back, bro. Don't worry.
it's now the time for the best segment of this podcast. Protect your neck, my boy. All right, protect your neck. So let's go with my bad, y'all. Let me get to my notes. You know what I mean, got to get to my notes. My apologies, y'all. So we're gonna start with my stardoms, or should I go sit-ems first?
It's up to you, man. This is your time, man.
We're gonna go with the stardoms. We're gonna start your man Justin Herbert. He's going against Miami. You know what I mean? He's averaging 21.3 points, 21.3 points per game. Miami's defense is ranked 29th against quarterbacks. They're averaging 21 points to quarterbacks. So I expect them to bubble up for a little more, probably end up with 26, maybe 27. Your man, they've been losing, but he's been as consistent as possible. In the last 3 games, yeah, he had 16 last week, but he had 33 before that, and then he had 21 before that. He's had 30, he's crunched 30 points a few times this season, so he could push for that, but I'm gonna give him 26 points.
Oh,
27.
I totally just thought about Justin Herbert. I totally forgot to talk about it in the Cleo time. And let me just cut you off real quick, man. No disrespect to you and your segment. You feel me? Um, Before the season started, Travis and I had a preseason Cleo times that you can go back and listen to it. You can listen to it in the podcast. Um, I don't want to hear him say, "Oh, I don't remember that." That shit is saved. It's saved. You can listen to it on Spotify. So there's no saying I didn't know anything about that. The preseason Cleo times, we were going to give 3 Cleo times, and they were all going to be the same topic. So topic 1 would be NFL MVP, right? The real MVP. Second was going to be who was going to have the best record in our league, regular season record. And third was going to be who's going to be the Sacco winner, the Golden Sack winner. So my MVP choice was Justin Herbert. This is why I'm so pissed at Herbert, because the guy that they have the potential to light it up, man. And I know Keenan Allen was hurt, but he was my MVP pick. My pick for the person with the best record in our league was Alex. So I officially can check that one off, because even if he loses this week, he still has a 2-game lead against everybody else. And my Golden Sack winner this year, don't hate me, Pat, but I chose you. And Travis's, he said Josh Allen was going to be MVP.
Hold on. Why did you choose me out of anybody in this league?
You know what? I was thinking something like something out of the box. You feel me? Because these predictions. Hold on, listen. These prediction gives us everything. Each prediction we got right for the preseason, like our bonus Cleo times, were 2 crystal balls apiece. You feel me? So So that's why I thought nobody was gonna pick you. If I somehow pick you and you actually fall that, I would have gotten that. You feel me? Like it would have been easy probably picking Jalen or Brian or Kevin. You feel like I wasn't trying. I was thinking outside the box.
But nobody was gonna pick me because they know that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. So, but to get to Travis's, his MVP choice was Josh Allen. His regular season record leader was Drew. And he chose Comrade, which is a bitch pick because Comrade is new to fantasy. So I'm glad that fucking Comrade is balling out of control. Fuck you, Trav, in that bitch ass pick. I hope you're playing with me in the back of your fucking meat department, you bitch. And yeah, fuck Trav. Me and him, we not boys this week. We not boys this week.
Hey yo.
So those were Travis's 3 bonus Cleo times. So officially, with the extra 2 points I got for the Alex, I'm up 15-10 on Cleo time. So you can get back to your starters, man. I'm sorry about that.
Man, back to these starters, man, because you're disrespectful. Like you're disrespectful. You've been plotting on me since preseason.
No, I gotta continue. We don't got that much time.
I see it. Yo, I knew there was a pattern this year. I knew it, and that's what it was. You wanted me to fail. You wanted me in a Sacco. What kind of family member are? All right, bet, no doubt. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's why you lost your hair this early. You fucking bastard. Oh, man. All right, next to the starter, man. We're gonna start Kenneth Walker. He had a shitty week last week. Your man is trying to recoup. He's going against the the Bobcats, Carolina. Yo, they done gave away Baker Mayfield. He got his first dub with the Rams this yesterday. Congrats to him. And still headbutted somebody with no helmet with a dumbass
Yo,
move.
Baker's wild, bro.
Yo, he could have got a concussion, but that's that Oklahoma shit. That's that Oklahoma shit. The Panthers are giving up 23.9 points to running backs, and they're ranked 21st. I expect this man, Kenneth Walker, to hit 30. Your man is going to go bananas after what just happened to him. Geno Smith is about to go bananas after what just happened last week. You feel me? Like, this is going to be a slaughterhouse. Like I said, if it wasn't for last week, yo, your man's been consistent since week 5. 14 points, 19 points, 28, 12, 27, 13, had a bye week. Then the week before last had 17 points against, Travis's sorry-ass Al Davis bum-ass team. And then he only put up 3.6 points against the Rams. Your man is out for blood this week. I believe it, and I'm on his side if he do what he do to Carolina. And then I mentioned him just a few seconds ago. Geno Smith, he's gonna have a crazy game himself. They only giving up 15 points to quarterbacks. They average 14. They rank 14th against quarterbacks, but Geno's been averaging 22. You're mad about last week. He's about to go ham. I see him going for 28 this week. That's on me. I see him going for 28. You dig? Hold up. Now, let's go to these sit-ems. First, we're going to go with Dameon Pierce. They got a tough matchup this week. Oh, hold up. I just lost my damn notes. Yeah, where the hell did I go? Oh, my bad, y'all. My phone is tweaking.
What you ate your notes, bro?
Nah, my boy. My phone is dying, so it's moving kind of slow. All right, here we go. Man, Dameon Pierce, he is going up against the Dallas Cowgirls. Stout defense. They fucking niggas up. They fucked up Saquon. Beat the shit out of Saquon and my Giants. They're not playing with no running backs, man. They giving up barely 18 points. He's projected to get 12 points, but I see him getting 9. If that, they're gonna lock up. They know Houston can't do nothing else to run the ball. So they're gonna put everybody up on the line and they're gonna make you beat them through the air, which I don't see happening. The Cowgirls, unfortunately, might make the playoffs with my Giants. That's a tough battle in the East, but it's getting down and popping. You feel me? So
It's not tough, bro. Chill out. It's not tough. It's tough for you peasants down there. It ain't tough for the number 1 team in the league, bro. Stop playing with us. Stop.
Who do y'all play this week?
This shit light work.
Who do y'all play this week?
Bum ass Giants, light work.
Who do y'all play this week?
Light work, bum ass Giants. You heard me.
It's light work.
Like LaShawn McCoy said, we about to give you crazy work. Crazy work.
I'm glad you said that. Remember you said that. Y'all gonna take another L this week. I guarantee it.
What's up, Lou? Winner changes the loser's name?
Let's do it.
Well, all right, bet. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I believe in my guys. Then we gonna sit Devin Duvernay, nigga. Y'all already know they lost Lamar. They saying 3 to 6 weeks, I believe, on his injury. They most likely just gonna save him for the playoffs. So I don't expect to see him anytime soon until after week 17. Your man's been averaging 8 points. He's going against Pittsburgh, who's been giving up 40 points to receivers. But I just Ravens are looking crazy right now. They hurt. They heart's not in it right now. Until Lamar comes back, there's no heart in that team. You feel me? They pick up Deshaun Jackson for no reason now because I don't trust Huntley. I just don't. I wouldn't put my faith in none of their backup quarterbacks. You feel me? Yeah, your boy ain't been producing anyways. Like I said, it's been a sad outing. They not a throwing team anyways. They like to run the ball, and now that they number one rusher is out, I don't know what they gonna do. They need to figure it out down in Baltimore. But the next person we gonna sit, my man DJ Moore. He is going against these Seahawks that are out for blood. Like I said before, they don't have Baker Mayfield no more. I don't even know who their backup quarterback is or their new starting quarterback is.
I think I think they're rolling with Sam Darnold. I'm not sure.
Sammy gonna have to run. He's gonna be running for his life all game. That's what I believe. DJ Moore gonna have to deal with double teams all game. That's what I believe. He's gonna get whacked. He's gonna get hit. Your man's gonna be, he's gonna be butt hurt by the end of this game. They ranked 7th against receivers, giving up only 30 points. DJ Moore averaging 11. I don't see him going for more than 13, and that's on the lucky end of the ball. Yeah, it's just I don't see Carolina. Carolina need to find themselves. They need to just break the whole team down at the end of the offseason. Keep Sam. Let him start from the beginning of the season and figure it out from there. They done had a shitty season. I mean, they had to give a Robbie because he almost beat up the coach on the sideline. It's been bad for the Carolina Panthers, man. All season has been bad for them. They look like that bald-headed pussycat that be walking around all sad and shit.
Yeah.
It's just bad, man. Bad.
They do stink this year, man.
They stink like your scalp when it's dry.
All right, we stop playing, man. We got week 13 power rankings right before we get into the playoff matchup. We got number 1. We got Pat. You stood there from week 12 to week 13. In the second spot, we got Drew, who also stayed there. Alex stays at 3. Comrade stays at 4. I'm up to number 5. Excuse me. Jeff moves up 1 spot from 7 to 6. Jalen drops 1 spot from 6 to 7. We got Travis, and then the rest of the thing stays the same. Travis stays at 8. Brian stays at 9. Chris stays at 10. Eddie at 11, and Kevin at 12. Right. Not saying this is where the standings are. This is the power rankings. What we have in the little template I have, the formulas that I got. I didn't create the formulas. That's how I found it. I just plug in numbers in, names, and that's what comes out, right? Which I want to go over that quick because playoff scenarios, right?
Yo, did you tell me you got him up here?
No. So, point blank, right? We're going to go over. So, right now, as we speak, heading into this week, we got Alex number 1, Jeff 2, Drew 3, Conrad 4, you 5, Trav 6, Jalen 7, Chris 8, right? That's as we speak. I'm on the outside and Eddie's on the outside, but we both have chances of making it into the playoffs. So I'm 9, Eddie's 10. So the first scenario, point blank, if I win, I'm in. Right? The reason that is, I play Travis. If I beat Travis, we both have a 6-8 record. We both will have we both went 1-1 against each other, but I beat him with the tiebreaker for most points scored. So I'll jump Trav in the playoff seeding. Jalen and Chris play each other this week. So the loser of that game is out if I win. So whoever loses between Jalen and Chris with my win gets eliminated. So she could get real crazy. So in that scenario, let's say if Jalen wins, Jalen moves up to 6, I'll move to 7, and Travis will be 8. So in that scenario, with me winning, Alex would play Travis in the first round. I would play Jeff as we speak right now in the first round of the playoffs, right? Scenario number 2, the standings remain the same as I mentioned. If I lose and Eddie loses his matchup, we're eliminated from playoff contention, and the standings remain the same. Tribe at 6, the winner of Jalen and Chris at 7, and then the loser of Jalen and Chris at 8. Right, that's the second scenario. So Alex could possibly be playing Jalen or Chris in the first round if that scenario happens. And then we got the scenario which I would love to see. Right, I would love to see this. Pat, Pat, make this happen, bro. Right? If I beat Trav, and I don't know, because this is fucking amazing. If I beat Trav and Eddie beats Patrick, Eddie will be. If Eddie beats you, Eddie moves up to the 8th seed.
You're right.
Right? He moves up to the 8th seed. If I beat Trav and Eddie beats you, so it'll be the winner between Jalen and Chris goes up to the 6th spot. I'll move to the 7th, and Eddie will move to the 8th because Eddie has a tiebreaker over Chris and over Jalen. So the loser of Chris and Jalen gets eliminated if Eddie and I win. So Alex could possibly play Chris or Jalen, Travis or an Eddie in the first round. Right? There's no way I would run into Alex in the first round just by his tiebreaker. So I will move up to the 7th. All right, let's see what your man Alex say. If I could play Trav in the first round, it'll be a virtual bye.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna let Eddie beat me. That's quiet.
Let's see. And I said we wouldn't have seen Trav on another podcast again. Fortunately, like the anonymous tip said, Travis hides if he loses. But
if he loses,
if those scenarios play out, right, Alex? So you either face Eddie.
Eddie ain't winning.
You either face Eddie and the loser between Chris and Jalen. Who are you more comfortable playing, Alex? If you're still here, is it Eddie or is it Chris? Because I know you really don't want to play Jalen. Let's see if you, because the fact that Eddie is still in the playoff hunt right now is crazy. And,
Eddie,
and no disrespect to Eddie, because we got the same record, Eddie. Me, you, Jalen, and Chris are all 5-8, and I'm not trying to shit on you. But the way your team is built, you shouldn't be at this position, to be honest, man. It's just flat out. Eddie should not be in a position to say he's fighting for a playoff spot.
Eddie will not be in the playoffs, y'all. I guarantee it.
Listen to me, right? Listen, Pat, listen. How would it feel? Right? Just imagine to lay down, right, and relax. Don't have to worry. Listen. Don't have to worry. Listen. Don't have to worry about setting your lineup this week. All right, just listen. And seeing the guy who's been talking so much shit this year, right? Oh, I'm repeating, champ. All of the road to repeat get eliminated from the playoffs. Let's be real, man.
I would like to eliminate him from the playoffs.
You crazy? Just if I had a loss to spare, I would lay down for Eddie. And
first of all, you lay down for Eddie on the regular, so it's not.
That's why. Let's see. Alex said, and I match up with Eddie. I'm definitely going to rest my starters.
You see? So there's no point in letting Eddie into the playoffs. I will not satisfied. First of all, you've been doing me dirty all season. So why the hell would I want to give your best?
The difference between everybody else and myself, I'm not relying on people to win. I have my destiny in my own hands. If I win, I'm in. Like there's no stopping me. If I win, I'm in. You feel me? It is what it is. If I win, I am in. and I'll go to the 7th spot either way. Either way, I'll
Regardless,
be in the 7th spot.
I'm not giving up a win to Eddie. It's not happening. So, Jalen, you need to lose. Smurf, you need to win.
If I win,
So
I'm in. If I win, I am in, man. I've waited all year for this moment of finally just gonna have my players. And Devontae Adams, he gave me 10 points yesterday. Travis has his kicker, gave him 12. So right now I'm already in the hole 2 points from my number one receiver to his kicker, which I don't like that. But you know what?
No.
I got Joey B going against Cleveland, which last time played Cleveland, he did shitty. It was on Halloween night because I remember I was out with the kids trick or treating, getting pissed.
He's out for pumpkin juice.
Yo, Joe Burrow's out for revenge against Cleveland, man. Derrick Henry against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's the 23rd ranked rush defense, bro. Giving up 24 points to a running back. So Derrick Henry, after only going on for 5 points against the Eagles, should. And then another play like Eddie at the draft. Then I got Ramondre Stevenson, who Arizona's defense is shitty. Let's be real. So hopefully he gives me double digits against Arizona. Christian Kirk against Tennessee, right? And I know this is inflated by what A.J. Brown did last week to them, but Tennessee is the worst pass defense against receivers in fantasy, giving up 41.95 points to receivers.
Christian gonna probably end up with a smooth 17, 18.
Like points. I said, I know it's inflated because A.J. Brown went stupid last week, and I'm not. So, but Christian Kirk against that secondary, I'm taking it. Like I said, George Kittle, I got a feeling George Kittle with Brock Purdy, that's going to be his security blanket against Tampa Bay. George Kittle will be the highest scoring tight end, I feel, this week. And then I got right now, which I don't know, I got Devontae Smith in my flex, but I might swap him out for Keenan Allen against Miami. I'm not too sure yet. I'm not sure.
Shut him down.
What happened?
The Giants is going to shut him down. You should.
No, I don't know about all that. You bugging.
Yo, you really going to leave that up to chance?
For me, it's more Keenan Allen's the number one. I will be starting a number one player compared to a number two and a team that we rush the ball a lot. So if it's not A.J. Brown, we running the ball. So technically, Devontae Adams is like our third option right now.
No, but you see, you're gonna have to try to air it out because my Giants been holding teams to under 22 points per game.
They've never seen a team like us, though.
And y'all never seen a team like us.
You crazy, bro. Chill
teams tend to score in the second half against us, right? They only score one touchdown in the first half.
Just know. Next week, like on Sunday after the game, what is it, a 1 o'clock game? Let me look. Hold on. It is a 1 o'clock game.
It is, and I will be teams.
At 4:15, you have a new team name. That's all I'm saying.
Nah. You'll have one by 3:59.
All right. But
I got you.
It is what it is. Hopefully next week I'll be teasing like this. Because I'm in the motherfucking playoffs. If not, we're not having a podcast next week. I'm just letting you know. It is what it is. I'm gonna be straight up. I lose, we're not having a pod. That's it. I'm almost a loser like that. But as always, we out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with us. It's been another fun episode. So peace. And Patrick's frozen. Never seen a big motherfucker like that frozen.